Hello, welcome to the Asset Insider channel, where you come for all your latest news on cryptocurrency. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has had a lot of indicators lately pointing to the possible end to the current bear market. And if you do like my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. Jumping to the first article, Bitcoin price on track to end 6-month losing streak. Bitcoin appears to be on track to snap its 6-month losing streak and close February in the green for the 5th consecutive year. As you may or may not know, February is normally a green month for Bitcoin. For the past 5 years in a row, this has happened, and it seems like this may happen this year as well. Okay, going on. The weekly chart is signaling bearish exhaustion. The short-term outlook remains bullish, with BTC holding above $3,714, and a bounce 10% from that candle could yield a move towards $4,000. On a downside, if Bitcoin were to close below $3,714, it would validate a bearish outside reversal candle, which could lead to the price falling below $3,400. At that point, we would be hitting a double bottom and testing that $3,100 range again. If we can hold that $3,100 range, if we end up falling back down to that, the double bottom would show good sentiment in the market, as long as we can hold that range and bounce back up. Alright, continuing on in the article. The outlook as per the monthly chart remains bearish, as the moving average studies are still trending south. The bearish setup would be validated if and when prices clear the resistance of the trend line falling from December 2017 highs, currently at $5,000. So to see a real bullish reversal, we would need to cross that $5,000 range and hold. And at that point, we would have a definite, or at least most likely definite, reversal and start a more bullish market. Okay, Bitcoin looks set to end its 6-month losing streak with modest gains in February. The crypto market leader is currently trading at $3,800 on Bitstamp, representing a 10% gain on the monthly opening price of $3,434. According to CoinDesk, had BTC remained bid at highs above 4,000, that makes no sense. Anyway, if Bitcoin had remained at highs above $4,100 seen over the weekend, the monthly gain would have been close to 20%. Nevertheless, a 10% rise, assuming prices stay at the $3,800 mark until close tomorrow, will be the first positive month of performance in Bitcoin since July. Prices have dropped 9%, 6%, 4.4%, 37%, that was the month of the hard fork, 7%, Bitcoin Cash hard fork, but anyway, 7% and 7.5% respectively in the previous 6 months, the longest stretch of monthly losses on record. Notably, November's double-digit drop did the most damage, with prices tumbling below the long-held support of $6,000 and dashing hopes of a long-term bullish reversal from that level. Because back in November, we were holding on to 6,000 for a very long time. And when we had that 37% drop in Bitcoin price due to the Bitcoin Cash hard fork with Bitcoin Cash ABC and Bitcoin Cash SV, we were hoping that $6,000 range was the bottom for Bitcoin at the time, since we were holding on to it for so long, and then we found out that it was not. mainly due to that hard fork. But moving on. The sell-off, however, ran out of steam at $3,300 in the last 2 months, allowing BTC to post a noticeable bounce in the historically positive month of February. More importantly, as we enter the final month of the first quarter, signs of bearish exhaustion have emerged on longer duration charts. As discussed earlier this week, BTC therefore could remain a better bid in March. A weak month for the leading cryptocurrencies since 2014. So they're stating that March has been a rather weak month for Bitcoin since 2014, but they're saying that this year it could be different. I personally believe, as I've said in previous videos, that March is, in my opinion, going to be a big month for cryptocurrency due to all the institutional platforms that will be opening up in March. We have Fidelity, we have Bakkt, we have SBI Virtual Currencies, we have the NASDAQ. We have a lot of stuff happening in March. There's also some stuff going on with XRapid, and a couple users may or may not be going live with using the XRapid system. So there's a lot of stuff happening in cryptocurrency happening in the market in March, and along with this indicator showing that essentially the green candle on the weekly chart, the 50-day moving average has dropped below, or the 100-day moving average has dropped below the 50-day moving average. I'm sorry. The 50-week moving average has dropped below the 100-week moving average for the first time since early 2015. That long-term bearish crossover is widely considered a lagging indicator. I've spoke about this in a previous video. When you have the 50-week moving average fall below the 100-week moving average, that means you have had a very long bear market. It takes a lot of time and a very extended bear market to make the 50-week moving average fall below the 100-week moving average. And with that time, the bear market tends to become exhausted, because in order for that to happen, the bear market has to go on for so long. And after that crossover happens, it normally signals a bullish indicator out of this bearish indicator, especially in terms of Bitcoin. Last time this happened was in 2015, and in 2015, when this bearish cross happened, we soon after had a spike in the price of Bitcoin, and it is believed, according to historical data, that is possible to happen again now that we have had this bearish crossover of the 50-day falling below the 50-week falling below the 100-week moving average. Okay, moving on to this next article. There's just some positive news in the market for Bitcoin. Ex-PayPal COO hails Bitcoin acceleration as he joins the Lightning Torch relay. So this is just another article about the whole Lightning Torch passing that is happening on Twitter currently. It's bringing a lot of attention to the Lightning Network for Bitcoin, and this is just the next person who has received the torch of the Lightning Network. LinkedIn co-founder and former PayPal COO Reid Hoffman has become the latest participant in the Lightning Torch transaction relay. Blockstream CEO Adam Back confirmed on social media on February 25th. Back, whom appeared to choose due to his lead investment role in Blockstream, is the 224th person to hold the torch. So that is a lot of people that have passed this torch so far. I know 224 people isn't a huge number. It's not thousands and thousands, but it's definitely a lot of people, because a lot of these people have been important people and big influencers, and this is definitely bringing a lot of excitement to the Lightning Network. Anyway, continuing on, each participant sends an invoice for the transaction via the Lightning Network, and every time they add 1,000 Satoshis to the balance before sending it. They're just basically stating how the Lightning Torch relay works on Twitter. And going on, it says, Twitter has become the platform of choice for informing the wider community about who will be the next to receive the torch. They next go on to basically state who may be the next person that will receive the torch. And but this article is just basically, I just wanted to go over it because it just shows that there are some big names in the market that are receiving this Lightning Network torch and are continuing to pass it. And every time one of these big names, these people that have, millions of dollars and are acknowledging the Lightning Network pass this torch, it's very good for the community. It brings, this is the attention we need to spread adoption for Bitcoin and for the Bitcoin Lightning Network. And as this continues to happen, it can only bring more positive sentiment to the market. And it also goes on to say that Elon Musk may be the next person to receive the torch. He is one of the candidates that they are thinking about sending the torch to. So if he does, we already know that Elon has come out with some positive statements for Bitcoin. He does see it as electricity intensive to mine, but he also states that it is a much better way to transfer money as compared to fiat currency. And going on to the next article, I'm going to breeze over this one real quick. I don't want to make this video too long. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak says that Bitcoin has seen massive value creation. This article goes on to state that in June of last year, when Bloomberg asked Wozniak if he expects Bitcoin to become the world's currency in the future, he expressed that we've seen a massive value destruction in Bitcoin. This was in 2018 when prices were consistently going down, and he had a slightly negative tone about Bitcoin due to how much value it had lost. And now, going on in a recent interview, he says that I think we've seen massive value creation in Bitcoin. So it basically just shows that this is just, and I just want to cover this article because it's just another big name in technology, and also just a person who has a lot of wealth coming out and saying positive things about Bitcoin. And this is just happening more and more often as the days go on. It shows that Bitcoin has received a lot of adoption. A lot more people have found out what Bitcoin is and what it can do and where it is going in the future. And it's just all around just great stuff. It's really good stuff to hear for Bitcoin, and anything that's good for Bitcoin is good for the whole cryptocurrency market as a whole. So I am very excited to see this kind of stuff coming out because it's great. It's all just really great stuff. I mean, there's not much more I can really say about it. It's just, day after day, you just see more and more positive stuff happening for Bitcoin, and more stuff being said about Bitcoin that is positive, and it can only lead to a very good market coming up in the future. Anyway, I'm gonna call this video, this is gonna be it for this video. Sorry, I am starting to ramble on. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you guys are having a great day, and As always, if you like the information that I brought to you, please like and subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.